This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com. You talked last week at the end of our 9/11 SmackDown episode that Jerry was a major part of the talent relations success that you had in the 90s. When you make that transition, what was it about Jerry that helped you or you thought were his qualities that would, really shine in that department?
Well, he was honest and he was loyal. And I found out very early on that if I told him something in confidence, it stayed there. And as simplistic as that may sound to the folks listening today, watching our podcast, which we appreciate as always, it's a very rare occurrence in wrestling. The dirt, my God, the dirt. Jim Barnett walked in my office every day. Is there any dirt? I don't know. You know better than me. Well, I heard. Now, don't quote me. I heard some dirt on Dusty or somebody. Pick out a name. But Barnett loved that stuff. He'd get on the phone. That was before the. Now, he may be talking to Dave Meltzer or something. I don't know. Could be. Cowboy did. And Paul Bosch did. So two very respected promoters confided in Meltzer, got his opinion or his feedback or what do you think of this or what have you. But Barnett loved the dirt. He loved the gossip. But I couldn't trust him. If he's telling me all these secrets, then he's going to tell somebody else my secrets. So my secrets never existed. I never gave him anything. And I might talk to him about what he entered into the conversation. But Jerry was just a loyal. I've said many times, Connie, I talked about this, what's your number one trait recruiting all these guys? They got to be reliable.
Right.
Show up for work, be in shape, be straight, be ready to roll. And straight meaning not on drugs or alcohol, come in clean and do your business. But Jerry was just so reliable and so trustworthy that simplistic as it sounds, there's got to be more to the story than that. There really wasn't. Loyal to a fault, honest. And I think that you talk to Bruce and Jerry were very close.
Oh yeah. Still are.
Still are. I talk to Jerry probably once every other week, just to see how this football season now, as you well know. And that's where that's the subject. That's a basic topic of what we're talking about is that. Of course, Jerry's doing a little podcast with JBL. And they're doing well, and they have an interesting concept and what they do. And I'm happy for both those guys. So Jerry and I are still in great communication. But if I told him something today that I need to remain confidential, it would stay confidential. There was a trust factor between JR and Jerry Brisco that is in place and strong to this very day. And I'm very honored to still be able to say that about a great friend.
I wanted to ask, you had a couple of trips in and out of the company. Were you in touch the entire time with Brisco? Was he checking in with you no matter your status within the company, if that makes sense?
Yeah, he did. He never forgot me. He knew that he felt like a lot of guys there that I kind of dealt a dubious hand. Why is JR getting, leaving him and Monsoon? I'd get calls every week from Monsoon and from Jerry. Just ironically, they weren't attached. I was the conduit there. They're calling to talk to me to see how I was doing, because once you get in this business and you believe that you're a one-dimensional pro wrestling person and you lose the job with the biggest company in the world, things don't always look so bright. So, but Jerry called every week. What are you doing? What are you doing, kid? Hey, what are you doing, Okie? Then we'd talk football or what have you. Or you got any prospects? Well, I've got little things going here and there, nothing serious. And I'm sure that Jerry at some point would get back to Vince. Hey, what about JR? Is he done, Vince? Whatever the case may be. So I talked to him every week. He was such a strong, important person in the rebuilding of my relationship in WWF at the time, and kept me little front of mind awareness of some of the head honchos, namely the VKM.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.